High top sports where the takes don't miss. The prof with the stats, the champ with the fist. Water bringing fire, cowboy tie riding bold. Balls calling bets, watch the stories unfold. And it's truly eyebrows running the show. It's high top sports, baby. Let's get it. Let's go.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to High Top Sports. Happy Thursday morning to all of you. We got a cool little show here for you guys in store today. The Jaden Rashada situation with Napier and the Florida Gators was settled outside of court, and it was something that we were following along when it happened. We found it very interesting. Well, we've got our lawyer joining us today, who was actually, I think he joined us when it came out originally. To describe the details about it. I think more came out last night that he looked over. He's also in California, so he's hopping on at 4 o'clock in the morning his time to be a part of us today. So I'm excited. Happy to have him on. He'll be here in just a few moments. We've got Cody the Prof joining us here in this beautiful morning. Cody, good morning. Good to see you. How you doing, big guy?
Feeling good. Feeling good, man. Glad to be here. Glad to still yesterday was so wild it doesn't feel real. I had to rewatch it back. So
big day.
Yeah, it was a big day, and it just I didn't sleep very good, obviously, because I was just so jazzed up after the show, and I'm juiced, man. I'm juiced.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a fun time. The 40 has became a lot more intense than I mean, it was already pretty intense, but I think that it's elevated to a level of wildness now that which I mean it is what it is. It's good for you, but should be fun.
Yeah, it's interesting. Watch out what you say on the internet, because it might take off with legs. Golly, that's it started as a joke, and but yeah, it's better. It's better. It's the best thing that probably could have happened to me. So lost some weight, feeling good, going to the gym.
So far so good. Yeah, hammies are still intact. Both Achilles are still there. So those are the only things we got to worry about.
Knees are strong.
And yeah, Cody, can you break 80? Yeah, he's already working on. He's got things lined up. Before Callie gets here, I was watching the Olympics and I saw PMT boys talk about it too. And I was like, this is a Cody thing right here. And one of the chicks that did the bobsled was like the skeleton one, where you slide on the thing head first, like you just go and you take off. She was part of the military, and she did it in the military. She trained for like 3 years. So and the guys in PMT are talking like how some of these sports are like swimming and others, like you basically are born into it. Like if you ain't doing it since you're like 2, you ain't doing it. But there's other sports in the Winter Olympics that you can kind of like pick up later on in life. Now, so most of these people have like an athletic background, so it's not like they're just like 40-yard dash runners / podcasters. But I was like, maybe that will be our next thing. Is like after the 80, you go and you just become a little bobsledder for the USA team. Bring us one home. I don't know if you've got enough. Yeah, you'd have to put weight back on, because you got to have some. You got to have some momentum.
We'd have to be full time, high top, because that's like a full time ordeal.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think it is for the bobsled. Like you're not a true Olympic athlete with it's not as I would say.
It's really gonna. It's like
Or you could do curling. You could do curling.
Cool runnings. Can lightning run on ice? Well, we got to see what my 40 time is first before they'll even take me.
True. Well, you're just doing the skeleton. It's just one person. You'll hop on a little sled and you just slide down head first.
Yeah,
a little ball of fury. It's a thought. I think we should just.
How about jockeying maybe too?
We'll come back. What do you think, Callie?
Because jockeys are small. Well, they're lightweight. I could really trim down to about 100 pounds and be a jockey, maybe for the Kentucky Derby.
I just want you two to know I have no idea what you're talking about, because I was having technical difficulties, but it sounds like we're the Winter Olympics. I'm waking up.
Huh?
You can't hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you come here?
Hold on.
Oh! I thought Shelton was talking to me.
Yeah, my little man was crying. No, I was not. Yeah, we were talking about him being an Olympic bobsledder in a couple of years. That would be his next challenge after the 40.
5'5" and 145 pounds. Yeah, why not? I'm sure it'll slide really fast down the.
Well, he'll put weight back on. We're gonna put weight back on. So then we can get
Got
the
it.
drinking back, and we can get back to our natural form.
Would he be in the front or the back?
No, so he would be the
Skeleton.
skeleton where you just do the slide, the one little sled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see that you can tandem that now? Apparently, have you seen this?
That's what you and I are doing. Oh yeah, when they lay on top of each other.
Yes.
Yeah, Cody's gonna do the individual. You and I are gonna just lay on top of each other and slide on the hill.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to even ask, but like, are you? Where am I on the sled, and where are you?
We'll have to see which provides more speed.
No comment.
So Callie, we're having you on here today. Little man's joining me. Come here, bub. You okay? Come here. We wanted to talk about the lawsuit that happened with Callie with
Yeah,
Jaden Rashada and Billy Napier. Huh?
I said I was not involved in the lawsuit.
Yeah, you were not involved with it. So more details came out last night. So I wanted to get your thoughts and perspective on it.
So I wanted to look and see whether or not I could glean from the docket whether or not there were sort of any, I think, insider facts that were not being disclosed. So because this, if you recall, this lawsuit was filed in federal court, and I have access, because of the work that I do, access to the docket, and I can sort of download documents and see what happened and where the parties were when this all went down. I thought the juiciest fact that I could glean was that everyone understands, I think, that this settled at mediation, which, by the way, is not uncommon, especially when you have trial coming up many times after discovery, which I think everyone on this channel now knows what discovery is.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The parties had gone through a lot of discovery, but the juiciest thing on the docket is, if you recall, this lawsuit was not about a breach of contract with Florida's NIL collective. Everyone understood there was an agreement, and everyone understood that Florida backed out of the agreement. No one really actually talked about the language of the agreement, but that language gave Florida essentially unfettered discretion to cancel the NIL contract at any time, right? And that's essentially what they did, which is why you do not see in this lawsuit any breach of contract cause of action. Instead, it was always about, hey, I had this other deal with Miami, and because of that, or because you induced me to go to Florida, I lost out on that NIL contract with Miami. When we originally started talking about this case, all of the headlines that were coming out said that Miami completely denied that they ever offered Jaden Rashada any sort of NIL deal. And it was unclear to me at the time. And what my analysis was, hey, look, if there was no NIL deal with Miami, you just flat out cannot win this lawsuit. Like, you do not have a leg to stand on because there's no damages, right? In other words, if the whole point of the lawsuit is that you left a $10 million deal to go to Florida, and because of that, you were damaged, there's no $10 million deal with Miami, you don't have a case, right? There was an attorney in California, not me, Michael Caspino, who was representing Jaden Rashada at the time that he was doing allegedly these deals with Miami. Jaden Rashada's attorneys wanted to and did in fact depose this attorney. And during that deposition, the attorney basically said, look, I can't talk to you about these deals because it's all confidential. I have an NDA agreement. So Rashada's attorneys filed a motion to compel, which basically is just a way of, it's literally what it says. It's that they want to compel an answer, and the judge approved or granted that motion to compel. And the juicy part is, yeah, there was an NIL deal with Miami. And in fact, there were a couple, according to the deposition testimony of Michael Caspino, who was representing Jaden Rashada in those agreements. I don't know what the actual numbers were because it's not on the docket. But his testimony basically was, yes, there were at least a couple of deals. He didn't say in the deposition that's on the docket or the excerpt from the deposition that's on the docket how much it was. His response basically was, look, it's confidential. I can't tell you. And then the judge said, well, go ahead and you can tell them now. And the judge looked at the NIL deal, by the way. They had it was like an in-person conference where the judge is looking at the NIL deal and then rules on that motion to compel, hey, yeah, you need to go ahead and tell them this. Why is this all important? Because this is all happening right before the parties go to mediation on, I think it was February the 6th. And I think the parties had extended the deadline to depose Billy Napier at least one time. So I think Billy Napier was set to be deposed on February 13th. Michael Caspino's deposition was scheduled to occur on February 6th. So that February 6th date was just prior to going to mediation on the 10th. Billy Napier is scheduled, I think, to go to a deposition on the 13th. So on the 6th, you have Rashada's attorneys going to continue deposition, who will testify what the amounts were on the NIL deal with Miami. And then you have Billy Napier on the back end of that on the 13th getting ready to be deposed. And then we have mediation, I think, on the 10th. Why in the world does that matter? Because when you went to mediation on the 10th, everyone in that room knew that there was an NIL deal with Miami, which I think was half the battle for Jaden Rashada. So I will go on record, and I think a lot of people have sort of taken pot shots at Jaden, and I'll sort of put myself in that category too. But kudos to Jaden Rashada's team. There was, in fact, an NIL deal with Miami that he walked away from. So I think he had half the battle at that point solved when he went to mediation. What I don't know, and what I think no one frankly will know, is whether or not Florida fraudulently induced Jaden to actually sign their NIL deal. Like that's a high standard. They would have had to have proven at trial, which was coming up, I think, in the summer, June or July.
But they settled, so that we'll never know.
Yeah. No one will ever know. And the settlement itself is confidential.
But
it's
so
really funny,
typically a settlement kind of tells a story without telling you the story, right? Because if Napier, so Florida is out of it, Napier's the one that settled and had to pay. If he doesn't settle, then essentially he's not guilty, right? Like he has a leg to stand on. My thing is that it probably was not going to be beneficial for details to come out in his favor, right? That's how I see when people settle. Like that's how I look at it. It's like you kind of claim the guilty card without having to be guilty.
Yeah, it really what would tell you is as what the party settled for,
or they didn't want any more digging because there was other deals.
And to that point,
yeah.
Here's what I will say to that. I'm confident in looking at what I can see that there was an NIL deal with Miami. There's nothing really on the docket that shows me how the parties felt about the other part, which is that essentially the argument had to be when representations were made to Jaden Rashada, Florida had no intention whatsoever of ever paying him. That's what they were going to have to prove. They had half the story. They still needed the second half. Hugh, is it Hathcock?
Yeah.
His attorney did file a motion to compel against Jaden's side. And I read that motion, and it has very strong language in it. And this was filed back in December that basically said, look, we've gone through discovery and our side nothing has been propounded through discovery that suggests in any way, shape, or form that we fraudulently induced Jaden. It has nothing to do with whether or not there was an NIL deal with Miami. But like late in the game after discovery, Hugh Hathcock's attorney is filing paperwork saying, look, we've given you everything and you've not given us anything showing that there's any sort of fraud going on. And the reason he was filing the motion was because whatever documents were provided had a lot of redactions, and attorney-client privilege was sort of the reason for all that, or at least that's what Jaden's side was arguing. I think it's unclear. I don't. If you saw if the settlement was 7 figures, you also have to understand when you're going to mediation. And I don't know who the mediator was. It really just depends on who your mediator is, what facts have been uncovered in discovery, and what leverage you think you have going into trial, right? The first thing that anyone's going to talk about at mediation is what damages exist, how certain you are at liability, and then what's the cost of actually going to trial, right? This trial was not going to be cheap. It was going to be probably at least 6 figures in terms of just billable hours, right? So I don't, if you told me what the number was that they settled for, I could tell you whether or not Florida felt like Billy had some exposure. And don't get it twisted, by the way, the lawsuit has been dismissed against all parties. I'm reading verbatim the order. It says the court hereby dismisses the above entitled action from the active docket, meaning in the minds of the court, like this whole thing is done. In the event the settlement is not consummated, the court reserves the power to reopen the case for further proceedings on motion filed by any party within 60 days of the date of this order. And that's pretty common. When I settle cases, I file what's usually called a notice of settlement and then ask for 60 days for the parties to essentially consummate the deal. I'll tell you the fact that it has 60 days there suggests that something has to be consummated. So there's some money being transferred. I just don't know how much. Right?
And it's from Billy. It's from Billy's side, not Florida, right?
Well, so I don't know, but I know Florida was defending the lawsuit for Billy. Like Florida is not a named defendant, and I think I got into a pissing match with somebody in the comments once because I had the audacity to say Florida and not Billy Napier. But the reality is Florida was paying Billy Napier's attorney's fees. So to the extent that I know that this lawsuit names Billy and it names the different NIL collectives, I would be shocked to the extent money is being exchanged, at least on Billy's behalf, that it wouldn't be Florida doing it. I think it's Florida paying on behalf of Billy.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
And I don't know
maybe
that.
Florida kind of used Napier's name as a scapegoat essentially, so they weren't on the docket. Maybe that's kind of a part of it too, but took the initiative of like, hey.
No. So Florida wouldn't have any. The plaintiff chooses who they're going to name in the lawsuit. So it was never Jaden Rashada's position legally.
But Florida took over I guess he was our head coach at the time, so took the responsibility to represent him.
Correct. And I've always taken the position that the reason they were Billy was very silent when Florida let him go. Right? Like there wasn't he didn't come out and make some sort of big public statement about being let go. My point to that was, because you're being sued for $13.5 million and they're paying your legal fees. It's probably smart to just walk away, and the parties still needed to play nice, right? Like Florida and Billy, that relationship still existed in this courtroom. And it needed to continue until it's settled.
Interesting.
Is that why they didn't fire him with cause?
I think, yes. In my opinion, yes, absolutely. Like if they fired him with cause, they would have a target on their back because Billy would have some incentive spill the beans. If there were beans to spill, I don't know. And again, Billy was never deposed in this case. Matter of fact, the fact that they're filing motions to extend the deadline to depose Billy suggests that for whatever reason, either they weren't getting what they thought they needed in discovery to depose Billy, or Billy was doing a good job of just playing. There are all sorts of litigation tactics you can take, right? In terms of how you're responding to discovery. Sometimes you give sort of boilerplate answers knowing the other side is going to object in what we call meet and confer, and then you have to file these motions to compel. And you really don't want to go into depositions without having some sort of discovery responses that you can point to. There are some obviously exceptions to that, but the fact that Billy was never deposed, we'll just never know. And I can't tell from the docket, by the way, which depositions occurred and what discovery responses were given. Some districts actually make attorneys file the discovery requests and the answers, and you'll see them on the docket. It's weird. It's not normal. I'm going to say it's not common. But I practice in a couple of districts where that actually does occur. That is not the local rule here in the Northern District of Florida, so we just don't know.
So Hugh didn't pay anything, and neither there's other coaching staff and employee that was on this as well. He didn't pay anything either. Just Napier was.
We don't know. So let me make this clear. So there were I'll tell you exactly who was. So the named defendants in this lawsuit were Hugh Hathcock, William Napier, Marcus Castro Walker, Velocity Automotive Solutions LLC. Those were the named defendants. All of those parties were at mediation. So the mediation statement, it's literally like it's a one-liner that's filed. It just says mediation occurred and the parties settled. We have no idea who's paying, what the terms of the agreement are.
Well, Rashada's not paying, right? Like, what would he pay?
Sorry. Correct. What I'm saying though, you're saying that Billy is the one paying.
Which defendant is paying? Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. We don't know. I'm just saying that all of that. I mean, for all I know, they.
So Hugh could have paid him. Marcus could have paid him.
Could have. Okay. I mean, they could have took it out of his buyout money too, and just not said anything.
Absolutely.
Like, hey, you're only getting this because we got to pay Rashada this amount, $5 million, $4 million, $3 million, whatever.
That was.
Either way, I think that the wild part about all this is because, like you said, when it all happened, Rashada got a lot of flack for it, but ultimately had a leg to stand on. Clearly, because again, if you sue, and this is how I've always viewed a settlement, is that the person that sued, yeah, it may have not gone to its full case, and clearly they just wanted some money anyway, so they were happy with the price. They were okay with not getting 14, but maybe they got $2 or $3 million. Like, yeah, that's cool. Because there's also a part where they probably didn't have enough data, but like you said, through the discovery or through disposing, that more information would have came out, and like even though it wouldn't have won in the case, it would have made all parties involved not look very good for any future possible relationships or negotiations. So it's like that was enough alone for them to get out of it. Which it is weird that there was. I mean, clearly there was some shadiness going on, which then begs the question. I wonder if it was Billy, because go ahead.
That was the Wild Wild West days when we didn't even know what the rules really were. So, I mean, you really can't blame them. No, not really.
I don't know.
Like head coaches at that point.
No one else got hit this hard.
Head coaches at, it was the biggest deal that was ever going to be signed. Head coaches were not supposed to discuss.
That's not the 14 million was. We don't even know if that's 100% accurate, right?
Yeah, we don't know
in terms of
what was discussed. There is nothing on the docket of what was the number that was actually discussed originally.
With Florida or Miami?
What was Miami's?
Miami's was 10, right?
Well, that's allegedly. We don't know. I can't tell you based on what I can see, because the judge in this case ordered.
Yeah, he's the one that knows how much was discussed between the Rashad and the schools of what he was going to make.
Right.
Which still is gross. Like, I mean, let's just say, think of what we heard about what Darian Minta's making. Like, this Rashada situation is weird. And I wonder if it was kind of the first of its kind to sign a multi-year contract in the NIL era. And maybe that's where things got sticky. Right? Maybe just theory, because he wasn't making 10 for a year. These cats are making like $8 million for the year, like a Levitt and a Mensa. So this kid was coming out of high school going to make 13 essentially, which would have been, we saw some of the data before of like what he was going to expect it to do, but I really think that it may have been maybe ahead of its time, where it was going to be a multi-year contract, where at that time that was like unheard of. And I think that we're going to see more of that now. And that's where probably somebody stepped in for the Florida side, was like, why are we giving this kid a multi-year contract? Which does seem dumb, but there's also the part of like, hey, it's smart because he's probably going to be expensive. But then just the talent evaluation of this kid was nuts anyways, because obviously he was dog water.
Yeah.
So.
The whole thing is bizarre. But I don't think it's a coincidence the party settled before Billy Napier was deposed. I'm very curious.
At that point,
the other ones were deposed, right? Hugh and Marcus.
I don't know. I assume yes, but I can't tell from the docket that occurred.
Okay.
Hugh Hathcock's attorney, when he filed his motion to compel, was making the argument that quote unquote extensive discovery had occurred, and they were still maintaining that there was no proof given by Rashada that, at least from Hugh Hathcock's side, that he was ever induced, or there was no documents to substantiate that allegation. But again, I just don't know, because I can't tell who was deposed. You know what I would really want to know is whether or not Jaden was deposed. I would imagine yes, but I can't tell from the docket whether or not that occurred.
Yeah, that's stressful. This has been going for like a year.
Yeah, frankly, like, it's pretty quick in terms of the actual, in terms of how much money was involved. This case was moving along pretty rapidly. The fact that they were having to extend, like I said, discovery deadlines suggests that a lot of stuff was going on, and the parties were actively litigating this full bore. I think it's good that it's done.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's behind it, because again, I think there was a little bit of concern for me of like how would Florida be impacted on this, but obviously it seems like they're good to go. So that's
and you guys got to remember, like, this was before head coaches they weren't allowed to talk about NIL money or NIL deals at all. The NIL had to come 100% from the third party.
Yeah, there couldn't be any association.
Which is the automotive. Probably the automotive side was going to pay him.
The other loophole, yeah.
Yeah. So it was just different then. It was different.
Because now look, we have the allegations from Pete Golding texting guys about, hey, what are you getting paid? We can do this. Yeah, which is like that. Like, think about that kind of text message.
That's NFL tampering.
That's probably similar to the text message that happened with Jaden Rashada. So like, nobody would even have a case now that he had a case on. Like, that's how crazy the sport has changed in over a year. Is that what Napier got sued for is literally happening and being told and being provided examples, and they're not even trying to sue for the contract situation. They're suing from a tampering situation, which is a completely different factor in its source. That's wild.
For people that said that the sport has gotten worse, technically it's gotten better in the NIL avenue of how these guys are getting paid. Like, if you truly think about it. Because if you were worried about your coach getting sued every other week by disgruntled players, it'd be a shit show. At least now they can openly talk about it.
Well, yeah, because again, there's the way that the payment is happening. This is kind of what we've talked about before in the show, of the rev share is what's changed that, and so that's where I think there is a factor that's being overlooked when we have the conversations about money. and how it's being spent is, well, each school, this is why the SEC and Big Ten will separate itself from the likes of the ACC and the Big 12 because they don't have as much rev share. So they have to go dive more heavily into NIL deals, which those deals are legally supposed to be all reported on, right? That they have to be through a 1099. It can't just be like, oh, like I'm paying you through this. They have to be like legitimate NIL deals. So that's why I don't know how Texas Tech is making all this work, because it's technically not supposed to. They're not like Texas Tech isn't giving the money to, or the billionaires are not giving the money to Texas Tech and saying, here, you put this part of the rev share. They're all having the rev share be split up, and then they're still signing whopping NIL deals similar to this, like through third parties. And so I think there's still a fishy area there, because that's where I think when you see some schools talk about like, hey, we're staying under the cap, because if Texas Tech cap or salary that they're getting from the Big 10 or the Big 10, no, the Big 12 is nowhere near what we're spending, but they're yet competing on a financial level. Well, then,
but the NIL facet and boosters can spend as much as they want. There's no limit to that.
It still has to go through
it does have to go through a clearinghouse, the NCAA clearinghouse.
And I don't think that it is.
Well, God knows how good it is. I mean, it could be a bozo like me sitting there. Yep, looks good. Yeah.
Probably
looks like Underwater Welding LLC is going to pay you $5 million. Sounds great.
Who was the kid that just that signed his NIL deal and then left at the 11th hour? Shelton, you and I were
Miami
talking about
kid.
Darian Mensah.
Darian Mensah.
So I think everyone that looks at those deals and asks how has to understand when that dropped, most of the chatter that I heard seemed to be analyzing that paradigm as if it's a pay-to-play contract that these kids are signing. I think that contract, I got a hold of that contract, or at least a contract that was similar. And it wasn't, these are not pay-to-play contracts.
That's what I was about to ask you. What's the language in them?
So it's just an NIL deal, right? It's saying I'm playing for the University of Oregon, and while I'm playing for the University of Oregon, I will do X, Y, and Z and get paid essentially. So you can use my name, image, and likeness because I'm a Oregon football player.
Gotcha.
Right. So you can breach that contract. That's not like the question then becomes, what are the damages again? And both sides, when I was reading that one, it seemed like what I was telling Shelton offline was what I thought was very interesting about that contract was it contemplated Mensah leaving. It contemplated in its language a situation where Mensah would break or breach the contract. And then the contract basically says, look, if you breach this, we don't have to pay you. Well, no duh. That's how that works, right? So
what about with the rev share? Because that's a different pot of money. That's conference money.
I think that's why Damon Williams. That's why I think the Washington kid was protected differently, because I think that most of his money was tied up through the rev share, because the Big Ten created that contract. So that contract was put together a little bit better, from my understanding, and locked him in more. Where, like Callie just said, with the rev share one from Mensah, is that they didn't lock it in. They understood that they couldn't, or they just chose not to. And Miami, I think, realized that pretty quickly of like, hey, we can't get Mensah because, not that they tried to, LSU did, but he's more bounded based on these rules where we're going to attack. And again, think about these. These are two conferences. Well,
so
the Big Ten's a better conference, so they have more rev share, like I just said. The ACC doesn't have as much rev share, so they're going to have to go more into their NIL pot, which is where that part isn't protected. So schools like SEC and the Big Ten will probably be able to protect things like this happening, because a bulk of these guys' income isn't coming from an NIL deal. Does that make sense?
So you definitely you definitely just sign your core players to full rev share contracts then.
But still, I think again, think about it from a Duke and the ACC, like their rev share is nowhere near what Florida's.
But they could have paid a quarterback. They could have paid a quarterback and locked him in. You pay your quarterback through rev share, and then
I don't
think
they thought. I don't disagree. They probably will now. I don't think that they.
Well, I hope they're
through.
listening. Maybe they won't get their quarterback snatched then next time.
I mean, Miami also spent an egregious amount. That was, it wasn't even. I think they were like, "Hey, we'll cover that plus this."
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yep.
Interesting stuff. I'm glad you woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do this with us, O'Calley. I do appreciate.
My alarm went off, and I was like, I hate Shelton right now, like a lot, like this much.
I was like, you could have said no.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I love the show, and now I can say to like my kids, hey, guess what? High Top hosted John Summerall on Wednesday, and I was the guest literally the following morning, which means like
Sounds like me when I went on Crane and Cone.
real fast.
For me, I was the next guy.
What's chances I run sub 5 on the 40? What are you feeling here?
well,
what
what
do
did
you
you
think
run
of
in high school?
Never ran one.
Have you? Sorry, so you've never timed yourself in a 40?
No.
Okay. This is just a suggestion. I think it would be prudent to at least time yourself now to figure out sort of how far away we are.
Probably pretty solid, but I can't tell anybody. I can tell you, you're my lawyer, so I'll let you know.
Wait. Oh, so you have timed yourself?
No, I haven't yet. No.
Oh.
No, I've been waiting for the snow to defrost.
Feel
good though.
Get out there like Rocky 4 and like go run a 40 in the snow, and then start yelling Ivan Drago from the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Callie to come to the spring game, but he's too busy. He fights he's going to Italy or Paris or something like that.
No. I have a.
You know, High Top's doing well when your lawyer. My lawyer takes a lot of fantastic vacations.
I'm going to Boston for a work conference. Otherwise, I would be in Gainesville. I mean, look, if Cody's 40 is going to be like in the swamp and it becomes a thing, dude, maybe I'll. I don't know.
You heard Coach.
I know, dude. I was like, that was amazing. Cody, I didn't realize that you were only, dude. I thought I was short. I'm like a tiny man, but 5'5" that's like,
yeah. I'm built for speed.
This is short on short crime right here.
Yeah. I'm super tiny. My kids are tiny, but like, dude, when you said 5'5", I was like, ooh, you should have been playing like slot receiver for like some D2 school minimum, especially if you're sub. If you could hit like a 4.5 40 and you're 5'5", that's like perfect slot receiver.
Whoa.
It's
I don't know if I'll hit 4.5.
How tall are you, Kelly? 5'7", 5'8"?
I mean, look, when I was still playing ball, I was measured at 5'8", but recently I've been measured at 5'7". So apparently old age has I've shrank.
Yeah, because I think Dave's like 5'7" too.
So that's ironic that there's this show's called High Top, but everyone that's on it is tiny.
That's true. Minus Stephen Harris, which is a giant and looks even more giant compared to us.
He levels out our average.
Yeah.
So now it's
even Bozeman's kind of short. I think he's like 5'9".
Hey, you know what? If we were all buried next to each other, me, Swolder, Hollywood, Shelton, and then Stephen Harris and aliens dropped down, they'd be like, "Ooh, that one was a giant. That was the ruler. He was the king."
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
He would. Well, I have all the faith in you. I hope to God that you can hit the 4. It's got to be a 4.99. We got to be under 5. Right?
I'm like 5'10" and a half, 5'11". Depends on how I'm feeling that day.
15 pounds away from the target weight this morning, so feeling good.
People are always surprised. They always think that I'm taller than I actually am too, or shorter than they thought I was. And then sometimes people think that I'm taller. When I meet them, they're like, "I thought you were taller." There's a picture of me with Napier's brother. That guy he's a unit. Like I look like a midget next to him. Kurt Napier. He's like 6'4".
Play ball? He's 6'4".
It had to be. He made me, dude. I was looking up at him. I felt like he was taller than Stephen Harris.
I mean, I feel like Napier was over 6 foot, right? Like he was.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm tall either, but 5'5" is definitely in a class of its own. Like I hang out with a lot of tall dudes, so I've never really claimed to be tall.
I'm just used to looking up all the time. It don't even bother me.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I remember the first time when Cody came over and I opened the door, I was like, hey, oh shit, what's up, dude?
No.
Yeah, I feel you though. It's fine.
I think we're like for you and Dave, Callie, because you guys are kind of yoked that you carry an extra 2 inches upward. You know what I mean?
I'm hoping to be pending yoked.
Sir?
Didn't I see a picture of Cody like in the Marines, like super jacked?
Yeah. We have that. That's out there. That's out there still.
Yeah.
Are you on any supplements there, Cody?
Just creatine, protein. That's all I'm taking. No TRT. No juice.
Oh.
Just hitting a natty.
Hey,
no Zempics. People have been floating that because I've lost weight. No Zempics.
I'm really upset that you've not timed yourself yet in a 40, because for all we know, you run in like a 6'5", and this is just not a.
Oh no, I'm not that slow.
Well, wait. Did you? You used to wrestle. Can you move?
Yeah.
Can you run?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are you on the treadmill?
Wait, I have video of him running against his son. Should we pull it up?
Yeah,
yes.
That was a lot of way to go.
Yeah, I know, but at least we'll have some.
Yeah.
A starting point, right?
Yeah. Little cheat sheet.
Where was this film taken?
In my front yard.
Oh, okay.
How do I look up like old videos you sent me?
I might have it.
Yeah, you definitely texted it to me, but you know how when you go in your messages, you can like search like images. I don't have that link in that anymore. Hey, while you're looking that up, I want to play this. Are you okay with staying here, Callie?
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock in the morning.
What else is he gonna do? It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, yeah, I've got nothing going on right now. I'm usually asleep.
All right, my bad. Did you guys see this video of the UCLA coach?
No.
Oh my gosh, this is the greatest interview ever. You're gonna appreciate this greatly.
She's out in the student section chanting Booker's name.
I could give a rat's ass about the other team's student section.
I just meant overall the way that you.
I would like to give you a kudos for the worst question I've ever been asked.
All right,
Did you like
You should take it.
the preparation of the?
You really think I care about the other team's
No, I don't.
student
I don't
section?
think you care about the other.
Are you
team.
raising your voice at me?
No, I'm. Just
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Come on, dude.
No reason.
Come on. Yes, you are. Everybody's standing here listening to you. Everybody. This is on camera. They can hear you. I answered the question. I could give a rat's ass about the other team's student section. I coach UCLA. I don't care about Michigan State students. I mean, who cares?
The preparation.
That guy's a psychopath. So when he hit him with I could give you kudos for the worst question I ever asked, I was like, that's awesome. But then you go, are you raising your voice at me? I go, whoa, wait a minute. That just took a weird ass turn. Like that was like a super power flex.
Yeah.
Like major issue. Like he's like, are you raising your voice with me? It's like, what?
I don't know. Have you never has no one ever seen that? Did you imagine a team meeting with that guy?
Yeah, right? It's like someone bites back and it's like, no wonder your team's getting their asses kicked. Like, cool, bad question, roast them for a dumb question. But then you like double, and then you go, do you really think it bothered me? It's like, you brought it back up.
Right.
I'd have been hot. Here we go.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, watching that makes me feel way worse. I thought you were moving a lot more. I feel like you're running upwards. This is huge. This is huge in the development. I wish we would have had this yesterday for coach.
60 pounds ago. No,
that is also
about
true.
30 pounds ago.
The form is huge for me.
What form?
I feel like you're like trying to jump. Like there's no, like we're not flying forward.
Can we?
I am glad that you buried Milan here though. That's huge, and he has good form. Like you're running. Look at this. You're running upwards. There's no aerodynamic. You're like,
I know.
Like you're like falling backwards.
Look at all that fat moving around.
You're like falling backwards but running forward. That's
Well, I was a little stiff.
very impressive.
I was really stiff. It was after about 12 beers too.
Yeah.
So
You don't look 5'5" in that video for the record. I wouldn't guess that.
I'm not.
Well,
Dad
'cause-
can move.
He also he bred little people too. That's part of the problem.
Wait, can you go back just for 1 second? Can we break down how did you start standing up? 'Cause
Yeah.
You can't start your 40 standing.
Yeah, I know that. This was
Okay.
just a friendly race in the yard.
Um,
Here, I'll slow it down.
do you see how your arms are coming across your body there?
Yeah.
We got to get your arms moving front to back.
Gotta go this way.
That's great form by Milan. Look at him. Just stretching it out.
Wait, go. Well, if you pause it when he's you you should never have, if you're sprinting, your arm should never ever be in this position ever. What-
Well,
Hey, cut the 40. Cut the 40. Bro, I no joke. I went to bed last night with a whole new perspective. I was like, you know what? I think Cody's got this shit. I was like, Cody. I got this weird epiphany. I was like, we're gonna be sitting there and Cody's gonna hit it, and we're gonna go nuts. And then,
Yeah.
And I completely feel the complete opposite now. I went back the other direction. I've never felt less confident in something now before. I was like, yo, Cody's. I was like, you know what? The way that coach like listened to him and he was like, you know what? I was like, Cody's putting his work in. He's got this. I didn't realize the form was so atrociously bad. That scares the living shit out of me, Cody.
I was 12 beers deep.
I could shoot you out of a cannon. And I don't know. I would think the form would.
I didn't even stretch.
It's the heel strike. Bro, like you're running, like it's almost like I'm watching it in reverse. I was like, are you sure you're not running backwards?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're playing the video in reverse for us. Like you and Milan raced backwards, but you're
How
playing
long
it.
do you have this video?
This is a while ago.
Yeah.
Because he sent it to me. I just remembered you sent it to me. That's funny that I remembered it, but because you were telling me how you beat Milan, which I was proud of that you beat Milan. And I wasn't even critical then when you wrote it. It was just a typical 5'5" dad racing his son. Like I was cool with it. But now we're over here claiming we should probably tag Troutwine and coach in that and see if we get the same response. Like, oh, whoa, hey, yo, whoa. Coach is like, yeah, we can't host it.
A lot of way to go. Not as flexible.
That looks like a 5'8".
12, 13 beers deep. I'm not worried, dude. I'm very confident.
Hold on, but no BS. We got to get you out and running. Like you got to go do a test and figure out where we are, and like compare and contrast your 40 now to where it was.
If there was a Kalshi ticker for this, yesterday this thing was like this, and just now it just plummeted. It just in-run the damn thing. Okay, like it just went
40 pounds ago.
The weight is not my concern. I have zero concerns about the weight. If that wasn't, that's fine. Like I get you're a little bit lighter on your feet. This scares the shit out of me. I was like, I don't even like that makes that's a lot of work to do that.
Yeah, like.
But what do you think I've been doing for the last 2 months?
Yeah, but have you been running?
Not
yes.
This. I don't think you've been working on this.
Yes. I've been working. I've been working.
But when you're on the treadmill, are you doing? First of all, can you get on the treadmill and go to the top speed?
I maxed it out, dog.
Is it at 10 or 12 or 15?
15.
You have a 50, so you can run 15 miles an hour?
No way.
And
Yeah,
you're not doing this though, right? Like
no.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah.
Can we get a video of that? Can we get a video of you doing a 15 mile an hour?
Can't now. Maybe next time I'm in the gym, I can sneak a video.
I think I need a video. I need an updated form video. I don't want time, but I need a form video because that's stressing me out. I was so pumped. I was like, no joke. I swear. I was like, Cody's got this. I was like, I didn't think that Cody had it, but I had like an overwhelming feeling. I was like, I think
Check
this
my
cat's
black
gonna
hoodie.
do this, and it's gonna be nuts, and he's gonna get so many offers, and we're gonna find ourselves in a Jaden Rashada situation because you're gonna get a $14 million scholarship because how fast you're gonna be. And then I see that,
Check the table.
and I don't know anymore. The comments are
I'm not worried.
incredible. Look at this.
Not worried at all.
You're in. Whoa. And what your confidence is just it's unbelievable. It's my favorite thing about you.
Yeah. Gonna run. I will be sub 5 seconds.
Can I see the footage again?
I don't have it now. It's hard to pull back up.
15 miles an hour. It's because if you're ready, can someone chat GPT that for me? If he
Biggest
runs
thing
that,
is a split. Is the first 10-yard split.
QE says I'm taking Allie. Pluto says I believe in you. I don't know why, but I do.
We're
Matt
fine.
says Cody, I never see 15 miles. Can you take a picture of the treadmill tonight when you hit 15? I don't even need to see the video. I just want to see the photo of it. Say
Yeah.
it's 15. It's what if it's like in kilometers? Whatever.
It's not in kilometers. Wow. Nope. Just no.
I
Nope.
had faith, Cody. You
No
can't
faith.
yell. You can't yell at me on this one. This
Worked
one
on it.
you can't. You listen. I am Team Cody more than any. You know that. You know that. The form scared me.
The forms, that's old form. That's 12 beers deep. Didn't know I was doing
All right,
form.
all
Just
right,
smoked
all
a
right.
cigar, dog.
All right, which makes it even more impressive that Milan should be embarrassed. No way, Milan beat you now.
No. I cook them.
You know what you should do? How far was that race?
I don't know. Probably.
You know what you guys should do? You guys should run the race again, and let me just see that. Then we can get a gauge of like how far you beat him by. I need an update on the form.
It'll be fine. It'll be
This is
more
true.
shocking when I run it.
Now I'm gonna be going nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, I was already anticipating like this thing being like I'm gonna be like in the Angels in the outfield. Like I want this more now than I ever wanted it before. But I'm telling you, dude, those can I cut your arms off? You're beating yourself up as you're running.
Yeah.
Like we have
Change the form.
we might have a case of abuse on our hands of you beating yourself. That's
Possibly.
what bothers me. Proud of you, Prof. $2 from T-Dub.
Appreciate you.
That coach is Team Cody. He called him dog.
I don't collect any money from the VA, dog. You ain't gonna worry about me.
I think we should. I think we had it. If Coach would have seen the video, I think we might have. I don't know. The only settling UF needs to do with Rashada is sending him a bill for creating this nonsense. Yeah, that's true too.
I'll run
That's
I'll get my tape today. I'll tape it out and run it.
How did you land on a 4.9? Why sub 5?
Oh, just sub
Why not
5.
Sub 5.
I don't even know how we got here.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, why didn't you land on like sub 6? Like, why not a 5.9?
I'm not sure.
Why? We tried to do this like a month ago. I go, why don't we move the line to 5.5, Cody? Like, I feel like that's more reasonable. And he goes, nope, 5. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, through Troutwine, through the ChatGPT searches,
Yeah.
and then yesterday with Summer, I was like, he might have this shit. Like, the guy's been putting in the work. Cody's claimed a
That
little
was
bit of
197 pounds
Cody,
off the couch, dog.
I thought you looked great. I don't even think the weight was my concern. You were literally falling backwards. I don't even know how you did it. The fact that
Not
Milo
great.
lost,
Not
he might
great
be
form.
the slowest kid in his grade if that's the case.
No, he's not.
Maybe you got speed that I don't know about. There was like you were the least aerodynamic as possible.
Yeah.
Like you should have had a tit behind you.
Have
Yep.
you
Fresh cigar.
practiced-
I just smoked a. I've been practicing.
No, but
I just
like
haven't ran
Christine,
it.
I'm glad we
Huh?
did this. I think he's gonna.
No, I've been practicing my 3-point stance. I just
Okay.
really can't let it rip because I don't have cleats yet. Cleats are on the way. Be here Saturday.
Can't let it rip.
Wait,
All right.
wait. So, what type of cleats?
Like
You want to pull them up?
cleats.
You
Like
just sent me
football
those too.
cleats.
But you can't run a 4.99 in your like.
Scott, watch the tape. We got work to do. Where's Jeremy at and all of this?
Hiding.
I hope you got vapor flies. Did
Yeah,
you
that's
get
what I
the
got.
Nike vapor fly? Okay.
Vapor Speed 3s is what I
Yeah,
got.
yeah, okay. All right. Well, that helps. That'll help. a
Swamp
little.
Life, what's your email? So I can find this song so you can quit yelling at me.
I'm so fast I defied the laws of physics and still beat my son. I don't know why you guys are just so shocked.
Yeah, I literally defied the law of physics. It's like the meme, like you remember back in the day, like you grab your friend's hand, you like hit him in the face, like stop hitting yourself. Like that was you. You were literally doing it.
Yeah,
No one
form's
was
easy
doing-
to change though.
I agree.
That's the easiest part.
I don't know how we're so blessed. I got the song. I don't know how we're so blessed with you, Cody. Like you were a national treasure.
Listen, when I break 5-0, you can show that old video. It just shows you the progress.
Cody was
You know
talking
how
about
hard it is to make my little legs at that point with no strength to move 197 pounds?
I mean,
Is that why you had to have the form?
Yeah, I was fat. And I was bloated. I had 12 beers in me.
so so that was buzzed, Cody?
Yes.
Got it. Well, that would explain.
Yes. I was feeling loosey. A little too loosey.
That's true. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Feel a little better.
I just smoked a cigar too. A large one.
I don't know where the cigar keeps coming into place. I feel like that more of
Not
just,
great
that would
for
be
you.
like an after effect. Again, the form. I could see where maybe yes, I can account for your form being ass because you're having to make up for the lack of strength in other areas. So it has to be a little unorthodox.
We're good. We're Gucci. Don't worry about it. Have I ever let you down?
Probably. I just don't remember, but
Probably not, though.
probably not though.
Hey, we're fine.
All right. I got the song.
You think
here.
you think I'm really gonna show up there and make an absolute fool of myself?
Can you hear that?
Not happening. No.
All right. See, it was worth waking up at 4 a.m, Callie. I feel like that's
This has been fantastic.
yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, is there supposed to be sound? There.
You know, sometimes good, sometimes shit.
Shelton, do you know that we can't hear anything?
Do what?
No. He's cheesing.
What's the matter?
We can't,
can't
hear
hear.
whatever you just played. No one could hear.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, because it's not pulled up. You can hear that?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Allie left Cody in a cloud of dust. Professor talk fast, but his legs don't bust. Erin and a leopard gone wild and wrong. Blew past Cody while the crowd sang along. Sundress swaying, stopwatch gone. Prof got beat twice before dawn. Victory dance at the finish line, laugh. Class dismissed in the 40-yard dash up.
It's fine.
Yes.
I
I got some lessons with the local track coach coming up too, so.
do you really?
Yeah, you think I'm fucking around?
You need to film that, please, for the hype video. I'm not
No.
kidding. No. I just need like clips. I don't need like you. I need clips of that. You would be doing a disservice if you don't get clips of that. Like I don't need like your full thing, but you need clips of you working with them and them helping you put your arms to the side. I need that. Cody, you come on. You can't we can't be in content creation and you not get me. That's unfair. I would lawyer, we would have a
I
lawsuit.
mean, I completely agree. I don't know.
We
what
would
the
have a
problem-
lawsuit.
I don't
Yeah.
want to spoil it.
That would be breach of contract if he doesn't, correct?
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
What I love about it too is that there's like an entire side of like people that want to just bury Cody.
Yeah.
Right? Like just like want to embarrass him, and there's an entire side that are like gonna get Cody tatted on their chest.
Yeah.
I think that's
50-50.
what we should do. The ones talking a lot of shit, especially Swamp here, he should have to get Cody tatted on him. Or like the time that he loses by.
I'm not,
tatted on
dude.
him.
I'm not stressing. I'm not stressed. Different person, different man.
I really want to know what your time is right now. Like, I'm very curious.
I'll text it to you. I'll run a mock this
here's the
weekend and
thing.
I'll text it to you.
His golf swing is much better. I have a video of that too. Can we pull that up? Because the break 80 is the next thing, and I feel
that's
like
what it was. Yes, I was listening to this going, ooh, like we're just throwing stuff out. Like, yeah, I can do that for sure.
yeah. The golf
this
swing
is-
the golf swing is much better. Like we've got a much better foundation with the golf
So,
swing.
did you say breaking 80 was is that like a 7 over? I don't.
It's 8
Oh.
over.
Isn't 9 over? Isn't 9 over good enough to get your pro card?
No, those
You
guys
have
are
to
shooting
dang near
like those guys
scratch.
shoot like 1 or 2 under on a consistent basis. They're so a handicap, you're like, oh, someone has like a 6 handicap or a 7,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Those guys are plus.
That's what I'm
Handicap.
saying. I thought my
No, they're +3 plus. Here we go. Not
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
Not bad.
That shows some signs of coordination and athleticism. That's a stark contrast from the other video.
Yeah.
Not bad. Look, I mean, that's much more to work with. And
I ain't worried.
I gotta go. Cal, we gotta make
That's
this.
gotta be a T-shirt.
I already
Oh,
know. I already know that.
In NIL, we get a picture of you and just like that would
That should be the
sell. I
tattoo.
would buy that. You could sell those at the 40. You could make the T-shirt and sell it at the 40.
Hey, Cody.
So-
Hey, easy, Scott. Them fighting words right there. Don't make me pull up a video.
Swing is solid.
Swing is great. I'm not hating on the swing. I told you that when you sent it to me. I was thoroughly impressed. Like, holy shit, this is actually pretty good.
I would imagine the short game is pretty solid too.
Yes. No,
That was-
actually, it's the worst part of my game.
That was good.
Putting
Okay.
I was waiting to
stuff.
see if anyone. Yeah, it's fine.
I picked up what you were putting down.
I got it.
That was too easy. That was sort of a layup. I'm like, is someone going to take? Yeah, I'll take it. What are you looking at, Sheldon?
I'm pulling up. He's talking shit on my golf swing.
Oh. So
Yeah.
wait. So my first job in high school was working at a country club, and I was talking to the pros that work. I thought that they had to shoot. I have 9 in my head. I don't know
Oh,
why.
a pro like that is different than a PGA Tour pro.
Yeah.
Yes, those guys don't have to be as aggressive. Yes, I don't know exactly, but yes, they don't have to be.
Okay.
I've considered I could become a tour pro at a pro shop. It's like a 75.
But that's what I'm talking. When I
Yeah,
heard
Cody's gonna become
I'm
a
like,
tour pro.
so you can go work at a country club and be the in-house pro. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good comparison. Yeah. All right, here's my. You're much better at this, Cody. How do I put the videos in here?
Just go share screen. Download it to your MacBook from your phone.
Oh, you shared the screen.
Yeah.
Up and down is weird, but whatever. All right, here we go. Okay. This is my golf simulator.
You have a golf simulator. It's impressive.
Talking shit here. This is an 8-iron, by the way.
Barefoot.
Oh yeah.
Cooked. What do you want?
Didn't you get an invite to go play with?
No, that was
Hey,
225 yards. That might have been a 4-iron. Here, I say what I hit here. 6-iron. 6-iron. 6-iron, 225. So watch your mouth, Scott.
Did Shane Matthews ever get in contact with you? I thought that you were.
No,
gonna
they don't
play
want the
golf.
smoke. They don't want the smoke. Dan was trying to get those guys to do it, Jeff Cardozo, and they don't want the smoke. Yeah, that's how we play in San Augustine. Yeah, I love playing barefoot. I love playing barefoot. I see you asked if we check our Instagram. I haven't checked in a minute. I'll check it out, man. We making a Cody promo video in the swamp? Yeah, we need to. We need to. I got to rip though. I'm gonna be late. Y'all be good. Great show, Callie. Thank you.
Thank
Prof,
you. It was a pleasure.
we need videos.
Get a little workout video soon.